Clara, and Clara was her name. Oh,
There was a girl who had a birthday.
Clara was her name. Oh, ooh. And Clara was her name. Oh,
There was a girl who had a birthday.
Clara was her name. Oh, and Clara was her name. Oh,
There was a girl who had a birthday.
Clara was her name. Oh, and Clara was her name. Oh,
There was a girl who had a birthday.
Clara was her name. Oh,
And
Clara was her name. All right.
you all know the song, She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain, right? Okay,
When she
this one
comes.
now is we're all coming to Clara's party. Yes, we are. All right? Okay, we got a few other verses to go with it. So we'll do the best we can. We are all going to Clara's party. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we're
We're all going to Clara's party. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes, we're all going to Clara. Yes, we're all
Going to Clara's. Yes, we're all going to Clara's. Yes, we are.
We're all going out to meet her. Hi, Clara.
Hi, Clara.
Yes, we're all going out to meet her when she comes. Hi, Clara. Yes, we're all going out to meet her. Yes, we're all going out to meet her. Yes, we'll all go out to meet her when she comes. Hi, Clara. Yes, we'll all sing happy birthday when she comes. Happy birthday. We'll all sing happy birthday when she comes. Happy birthday. Yes, we'll all sing happy birthday. Yes, we'll all sing happy birthday. Yes, we'll all sing happy birthday when she comes. Happy birthday. All eat lots of cake when she comes. Yum, yum. Yes, we'll all eat lots of cake when she comes. Yum, yum. Yes, we'll all eat lots of cake. Yes, we'll all eat lots of cake. Yes, we'll all eat lots of cake when she comes. Yum, yum. All right. Now, does anyone know where Clara came from?
Her mommy's
A stork.
All right. Who said that? A very wise person. And where did she come before she was in her mommy's tummy?
Stork.
Ah, this is a deep theological question. Okay.
Wow, all right.
Well, let me tell you a story. Everyone can sit down for a minute. I'm going to tell you a story where everybody came from, okay? Long, long time ago, before there was anything, God saw nothing and he said, I want to make me a world. And so God went deep down inside himself and he took out a big ball of light and he said, let there be light. And he threw it all everywhere and suddenly there was light. And he saw the light and he said, this is good. And then it was evening, and then it was morning the first day. And then God took some of the light, and he squished it together, and he made a big, big ball of fire. And he threw the ball of fire out, and he said, that's the sun. And then he took some more light, and he squished it together, and a little smaller, and he threw it up, and he said, that's the moon. And then he took some more light, and he threw it all over the place, and it was the stars. And he saw the sun, and he saw the moon, and he saw the stars, and he said, this is good. And then it was evening, and it was morning the second day. And then God took some more of the light, and he squished it together into a little beautiful earth. And he made mountains on the earth. And he dug out big holes in the earth, and he filled it with water. And he looked at the earth with the beautiful mountains and the beautiful oceans, and he said, this is good. And then it was evening, and then it was morning, a third day. And then he looked at the earth and he said, I want the earth to look beautiful. So he planted trees on the earth. and he planted grass in the fields, and he planted flowers, and he looked out at everything, looked so beautiful with the trees and the flowers and the jungles, and he said, "This is good." And it was evening, and it was morning, fourth day. And then God said, I'm going to make me some animals. And he started having fish swimming in the sea. And there were octopuses and little fish and big fish and dolphins and whales. And then he put on the land, things started crawling on the land, snakes and toads. And then there were mice and rats. And then there were cats. And then there were pigs. And then there were horses. And then there were giraffes, and there were zebras, and there were elephants, and there were gorillas, and all kinds of animals. And he saw all of the fish in the sea and all the animals in the land. He said, "This is good." And then it was evening, and then it was morning, a fifth day. And then on the sixth day, God said, "I'm going to make the best thing of all." And he took some dirt from the ground, and he shaped it into a man, and he said, "That's Adam." You know what Adam means? Mud man. That's what it means in Hebrew, mud man. And then he took some more dirt, and he made a woman. He said, "Oh, this is good." And he made Adam and Eve. And it was evening and it was morning at 6 day. On the seventh day, God took a rest. And he looked at everything he made. He looked at the sun and the moon and the stars. He looked at the beautiful earth with the mountains and the ocean. He looked at all the beautiful trees and the flowers. And he looked at all the animals in the sea and on the land. And he looked at man and he looked at woman. And he said, "This is all very good." And you know what? Do you know that God made every single one of you? And when he made you, when he saw Clara, he said, "Clara, you are good." And what's your name? Poppy, right? And God said to Poppy, "You are good." And Layla, "You are good." And Phoebe, right? "You are good." And what's your name?
Ren.
Ren. And God said, "You are good." And every one of us, God said, "What's your name?" Juniper?
Juniper, yeah.
"You are good." You see, every one of us is a special, special creation of God. Now I want to sing a song. I want everyone to stand up. This song takes your bodies. I want the adults doing this too, all right? All right.